how we doing? Happy Sunday to you. Happy Sunday. Come on, let's get excited. Y'all happy to be here? Yes, no, maybe so. Oh, I hear a couple yeses out there. I hear a couple yeses. All right. Welcome. Good morning to everyone. Good morning to those who are joining us live in what they call Cloud Church. And welcome and good morning to those who have the privilege and are blessed to be here live in person. Right? Does that sound good? Hey, y'all sound excited. Y'all sound like y'all tired. You tired back there? You might be. You might be tired. It's a snow day. Snow day make you tired. You ever had that when it's raining outside, you just feel a little like you want to stay in the bed, right? But listen, it's a happy, good day. It's the day that the Lord has made. He's blessed you. He's woke you up this morning. He's given you life. He's giving you strength. He's giving you a sound mind. He's giving you the full function and activity of your body, right? He gave you the ability to have life and have it more abundantly, right? So we ought to be excited. Is a privilege to come and learn and be in the house of God, if you want to say, right, to be able to worship God, to be able to share this experience. So if this is your first time tapping in with us, welcome to Covenant of Believers. What are we? Who are we? Simply put, we are a group of individuals who are bound together, unified by our faith and belief in Christ Jesus, with the mission to grow that faith into what the Bible calls true discipleship, right? We do not want to be Christians by name or titles or by societal or cultural norms, but we have a desire, a mission, right? A commitment to become true disciples, true followers of the Messiah. Does that make sense? Are we tracking the day? Are we up? Are we alive? Are we feeling good? Blood running warm in your veins, right? We good? Okay. We got a great lesson for you. A great lesson if you've been following us on social media, right? On whatever platform you prefer, because we're everywhere, right? We're everywhere. You see us. We out there. We outside, right? You seen this thumbnail. You seen this image. You seen something saying today's lesson or Sunday's lesson, and the title is as such, right? Field of the lazy. Field of the lazy, right? Digest that. Eat on that. Think on that. Get your hearts pumping. Get your minds percolating, right? Get your juices flowing, right? Field of the lazy. Today's lesson, the topic, the theme is field of the lazy. Oh, she's so wonderful. She's so wonderful. Oh, man, y'all can't see it, but somebody just did something so wonderful for me. They did something so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Somebody's paying attention. Somebody's active and alive, and they taking care of me. They being a good, what they say, help me. That's what they say. I need a little help sometimes, right? Every now and then you need a little bit of help, right? But that ain't today's lesson. Today's lesson ain't about you need help. Today's lesson is called the field of the lazy. The field of the lazy. So, here's what we need you to do. We need to do some things today, right? We need you to like. We need you to subscribe. We need you to comment. We need you to share. And click the notification button, right? I don't know if you heard my little helper there, but she said we need you to like, we need you to share, we need you to subscribe, and even more, we need you to comment. We want to hear from you. We need you to tell us how good God has been to you. Drop your testimonies, drop your amens, drop your praise the Lord, and even better, drop your feedback and your comments, right? We want to talk with you, talk to you. We don't want to talk or teach at you. We want to have what the Bible calls biblical discourse. So listen, all your thoughts, your ideas, they welcome here. This is a safe space, right? This is a safe space where we gather to learn together, right? So today's lesson. Right? Today's lesson, the field of the lazy. Now, for my Bible readers, for those who actually have a desire, who actually are seeking to know the scriptures for themselves and don't want me to just tell them something, our foundation, our focus scriptures is coming from Proverbs, the 24th chapter, starting at the 30th through the 34th verse. Right. And I'm going to repeat that again for those who actually going to use the Bible, who are actually going to use their cell phones for Bible apps today. Right. And get the scriptures. Right. Are we getting it? Are we tracking on that? We getting it together. It's Proverbs, the 24th chapter, the 30th through the 34th verse. Now, while you're getting that, I'll talk a little bit. So the field of the lazy. Last week, if you were with us, we had another great lesson called Till Your World, right? Where we unpacked what the scriptures reveal as the act of tilling, the work of tilling, God's blueprint, God's design for us, that we are not just here by accident, but we have responsibility, right? That the world or the field is actually a metaphor for something, right? Is everybody tracking on that? What you hear last week? Huh? What you hear my man say on the stream last week? What you hear last week? So we had a great lesson last week called Till Your World. So today will be sort of kind of this part two where we build on last week's thoughts. Now, if you wasn't here last week, listen, the lessons on YouTube, go check it out. But for today, for everybody that's here, where we at? Proverbs, the 24th chapter, the 30th through the 34th verse, right? So last week we dealt with this concept, this idea of till your world, right? Speaking to or trying to push us to what I believe is God's design, God's blueprint, his expectations, his purpose, that we do not just exist in the earth. We just are not born into an age or a dispensation of time for without purpose. It's not work that's done in vain, but there is intentionality involved in what God is doing, and he is purposeful and has done a purposeful work. Isn't making sense here, right? Now, today, field of the lazy, Proverbs, the 24th chapter, the 30th through the 34th verse. I have the amplified version here. Now, 30th verse, it says, I went by the field of the lazy man, and by the vineyard of the man lacking understanding and common sense. Woo, that's heavy right there. That's heavy right there. 31st verse. And behold, it was all overgrown with thorns and nettles, and nettles were covering its surface, and its stone wall was broken down. 32nd verse. When I saw, I considered it well. I looked and received instruction. 33rd verse. Yet a little sleep. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of your hands to rest and daydream. 34th verse, then your poverty, oh, come on here, will come as a robber, and your want like an armed man. I got a hand in the back. Oh, it's Proverbs, the 24th chapter, the 30th through the 34th verse. You know, I'll read it again for you. Want me to read it again? Was the reading good the first time? You know, the reading. Oh, my man said he got ads on his Bible app. I think that happened for people that don't use it often. My man said he opened up the Bible app. He got ads. He got things he never seen before. They said you ain't been here often. You know, people that had the app for a long time, they'll be using it. I ain't got no ads on my app. You know, I can't speak to that. But nonetheless, right, our focus scripture, our foundation, where we come from, Proverbs, the 24th chapter, right? The 30th through the 34th verse, and I have the amplified version. And it says, I went by the field of the lazy man, and by the vineyard of the man lacking understanding and common sense. And behold, it was all overgrown with thorns, and nettles were covering its surface, and its stone wall was broken down. 32nd verse, when I saw, I considered it well. I looked and received instruction. Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest and daydream. Then poverty, will come as a robber, and you want like an armed man. Y'all got the scripture? Oh, that thing should be burning on the inside of you. So he said, I went by the field. What's the field? Right? The field, right, in the simplest form, right? Is land, is ground under cultivation, right? Land actively used or being used for agricultural, for soil specifically to manage the growing of crops, right? Is that making sense here, right? So in its simplest form, its simplest definition of field, right, which is referring to some piece of land, right? Land that was what? Intended to be cultivated. Land not meant to be idle or vacant or just left alone, right? Land that had purpose, land that had intent, that land that had a use. Is it making sense here, right? So this is land, ground under cultivation, land actively used for some form of agriculture. Soil, right, specifically for what? Managing or the management of growing crops. Is it making sense here? So that word cultivation involves what? Some work. Oh, you ought to turn to your neighbor and say, we work, right? Work. right? That what we dealing with, work, right? So he said, I went by the field of a lazy man who he wasn't working. Is it making sense? You tracking on that, right? So the Bible wants to tell us something, because biblically and metaphorically in the scriptures, that word field has even deeper meaning, right? Yes, it is land. Yes, it is ground. Yes, it is soil, and it's under cultivation, and it's been designated with a purpose for growing. Right? And the Bible takes it a step further to say that this land or this field is also called the world. Now, if you was with us last week, we went deep into this biblical understanding, tapping into what? Matthew, the 13th chapter and the 38th verse, with the parable of what? The weeds and the wheat. Is it making sense? You're tracking with me, right? So Matthew 13:38 tells us that what? The field is the world, right? So the field, the man said he went past the field of a lazy man, right? And the land and the field was what? In disarray. The field that was intended to grow, cultivate crops, was full of weeds and thorns, and the stone wall, the fence that was supposed to be there to guard it and protect it, was broken up. And he said he noticed something, right? He took observation of this man's world. Is it making sense here? Right, and I want to encourage you to take an observation of your world. He said, I looked at these things and I received some instruction from him. You making sense today, right? So you ought to be able to look in the mirror called your world, right? Look at the state and condition of your world, of your field, and be able to receive instruction. Somebody might call that a testimony. And if I had to ask you a question today, what does your life testify about you? Are you, in fact, the lazy man, or are you the working man? Is it making sense here? Because he said, I looked around. I seen his world, and his world told me a story. It witnessed to me. It even gave me instruction. What did he say? Without me knowing the man personally, I'm trying to help you here. Without me laboring with the man, without me being friends with the man, without me and the man hanging out and getting drinks, without me and the man fellowshipping and going to church, without me and the man out here having a good time, his world told me some things about him. And I come out to tell somebody today, your world, the state and condition of your world tells me some things about you. Is it making sense? And he said that this man's world told him, a little bit of sleep. Oh, come on here. A little bit of slumber. Folding of his hands, resting. Daydreaming. Full of idleness. Making sense here. He said, what are you doing? Scrolling on TikTok and Snapchat and playing video games. And something happened to his world while he was daydreaming. Y'all ain't helping me in here today. Something happened to the world that he was posed to, that there was some assumed responsibility. I wish I had some help here. I'm helping you. Somebody said I'm helping them. Somebody said I'm helping them. Listen, if I'm helping you on the chat, you got to let me know I'm helping you. Right? He said, so he looked at the man, and based on what the man had, based on what his world possessed, there was some assumed responsibility. But his world told him that this man was not doing his responsibility. And as a result, the very things that should have been growing, the very things that he could have been cultivating, the very things he could have been using to make money. Because if you understand what this agricultural world was about, this is a social economic thing, right? You grow crops, you're able to sell those crops and now have wealth and monies and resources. That makes sense here. So he looked at this man and realized this man was sleeping. Are you asleep today? Look at your world now. Are you as good as you can be? Are you good enough that allows you to get much sleep? Is it making sense here, right? Are you reaching max potential today, or are what you do in the activity that you have, the motion that you have is just enough that allows you to get more sleep? Less work. Is it making sense here? He said he had a little bit of sleep, a little bit of slumber, a little bit of daydreaming and folding of the hands and resting. Something happened while he was doing these things. Something happened while he was binge watching Netflix and Amazon Prime. And something happened while he was playing PlayStation. Something happened while he was on the PC. Something happened while he was hanging with his friends. And something happened Something happened while he was living life on his terms, violating God's fundamental principles of sowing and reaping. The Bible says that this thing called poverty snuck up on him like a robber, held him at gunpoint. Oh, come on here. Came into his house, came into his spirit, came into his soul, and now started robbing him. Y'all ain't said nothing to me. Is TikTok robbing you today? Oh, come on. I want you to take an assessment of yourself. Is Amazon Prime and binge watching and Netflix and chilling? Is it robbing you today? Is that unfruitful relationship, this thing you call love, is it robbing you today? Do I got any witnesses in here? What you call fun and living, is it robbing you today? Because he says something happened. Now you would think that if you was getting robbed, you would notice it. Y'all ain't catching the scriptures here. You would think if somebody came to you, put a gun to your face, that you would know. What did he say? He said, in the want, his need, his necessities, came up on him like an armed robber. But somehow he's still what? Sleeping. Y'all ain't say nothing to me. So the Bible wants to tell us something about this thing. This field. Biblically, metaphorically, the field represents your world, right? Is it making sense here? Right? You were born into a age, a dispensation of time, right? And that you were born amongst the inhabitants of the earth. You were born into culture and societal norms. You were born into systems. Is it making sense here, right? Whether it be educational system, whether it's industrial systems, you were born into this world. Right, and David put it like this, Psalms 51:5. He said, what? Behold, I was what? Brought forth into what? Into a state of iniquity. He said, in sin did my mother conceive me. What was he alluding to? That I was born into this world, this dispensation, this age. And unfortunately, for someone like David and someone like us, we are born into this world where the Bible says that Satan is the God of this world. Is it making sense here? So he is the God. He is the governing authority, the prince, the power of the air, the Bible said, the influence, right? The prince of communication, right? That's doing something, right? That's creating a world that's what? Built to prevent you from seeing God. Is it making sense? Built to prevent you from knowing God. Built to prevent you from even having the very desire to pursue God. Is it making sense here? And that same prince, the Bible says he in all of your communication. What is he trying to do? Influence you. To do what? Be hostile towards God. To be the children of disobedience. Is it making sense here, right? So David said, I was born into a state, or brought forth right from this matrix, from the womb into the world. Is it making sense here? Was you born today? Now that might be a good question, because some of you jokers have been engineered today. Oh, that sounds strange. You think that's a joke? No, it's happening. You got two men having babies. Somebody been engineered here today. Is it making sense to you? Not everybody's traveling through this thing called the matrix, the wound. Is it making sense? Are you tracking on that today? But that's not today's lesson. Today's lesson, right? If you're just tapping in, welcome to Covenant of Believers. What we talk about today? What we talking about, people? Feel under lazy. Boy, it only been a couple minutes. Y'all already blanking out. My God, help me. Help me. Help me here. Help me. Help me, Lord. Help me here. So they said they thought it was rhetorical. They thought it was rhetorical. Okay, sometimes it is. I understand. Okay, what we talk about the field of lazy. So David said, I was born into this world. I was born into a field, right? And when we look at that parable of the weeds and the wheats, or the wheats and the tares, right? The Bible lets us know that field was corrupted, right? So David said, I was born into a field, a world that was corrupted. It got tares and it got weeds and it got evil in it. Is it making sense here, right? It's God. It's idea of right and wrong is not God's right and wrong, and the things that's in my world, its way of living is not God's way of living, right? The King James Version, David said, I was shaped by sin and iniquity. Is it making sense here? And that's what's happening to you. Your field, the person that's supposed to have dominion and authority, has been shaped and fashioned by the demonic. Is it making sense? By dark wickedness, right? And that's why you got these characteristics. You lazy. Is it making sense to you? You're tracking on that, because we living in a time now where, guess what? We are the We all how the Bible was saying, everybody want to eat, but don't nobody want to work. Is it making sense here? That's what's happening. Everybody want to eat, but don't nobody want to work. Don't nobody want to fulfill their biblical obligation to the world, to the earth. Is it making sense here? So let me go on forward. So by God's design, right, you have been intentionally born into the world, right? That word place means that it's an intentional act, right? You have been caused to be here. Is it making sense here? You are not an accident. You are with purpose, right? But that purpose is not without what? Responsibility. With that purpose is not without responsibility. Though you living in a world that's constantly trying to engineer you and condition you to this falsehood that guess what, you just supposed to be out here existing, but you supposed to have a purpose, and that purpose, responsibility. Is it making sense here? You don't get to destiny without responsibility. Is it making sense here? I don't care who you are, what you think your goals are, how great or successful you think you're going to be. You don't get there without taking some responsibility. Is it making sense here, right? And that's exactly what God gave us. He gave us responsibility. Genesis lets us know that what? God said, let us create man in our image after our likeness and let them have dominion. Is it making sense here, right? So you're supposed to take dominion over your field, over your world. What did the writer in Proverbs notice? That this man was not taking dominion. What was he doing? He was sleeping. Is it making sense here? Now you might think, oh, I'm not physically asleep in the bed, but you got idle activity. You got a bunch of activity that's not taking you nowhere. There's no return of investment. You more focused on friends, but these friends ain't building your net worth. Is it making sense here, right? I heard somebody, a smart man, told me your network is your net worth. Is it making sense here? But you got a bunch of friends and loved ones and besties that guess what? Ain't no return on those relationships. Is it making sense here? That's what you call idle work. Is it making sense here? What's the point of the relationship if all we doing is robbing each other? That's what they said. What happened? See, you besties, but you being robbed of your time. Is it making sense? Are you being robbed of the things you could be doing that will prevent poverty from showing up in your life? Is it making sense today, right? So poverty might not be your reality today, but he trying to let you know it's on the way. Oh, I'm trying to help you here. That's what you manifesting. See, whether you do it God's way and sow good seeds into your earth and actually go to work and cultivate it and do the things necessary for you to now facilitate this thing called growth, right? Or you are doing your lack thereof of doing those things is still producing something. Is it making sense? That's what he's trying to tell you. Whether you like it or not, ready or not, guess what? Your activity, whether it be good or bad or profitable or not profitable, guess what? It's going to produce something in your life. Is it making sense here? Now, he said that thing is going to bring this thing called poverty. Now, why? Because you're supposed to what? Have responsibility. I wish I was helping. Am I helping somebody here? I wish I was helping somebody here. Right, because Genesis 1:26 said you're supposed to have dominion. He said dominion over the whole earth. Oh, I wish you understood that today, right? That means you're supposed to subdue the world around you. That means you're supposed to subjugate the world around you, right? So that means you're supposed to have a selective, intentional intent about what? What's in your world? Where do I go? Who's around me? What in fact am I doing? Am I just going to school to go to school, or does school have a result to it? Is it making sense here? That's why there's a bunch of you jokers that get through school and graduation come, and guess what? You ain't got a clue what you about to do. Why? Because you ain't do this part. Biblical fundamental principles of learning to take dominion and dominate your world. That means I live intentionally. Is it making sense here? It's not an accident. It's not happenstance. It's not just a bunch of weird circumstances, but I actually took the time out to think. Yo, ain't say nothing to me. I took the time out to make an observation about myself. I took the time out to be accountable. I took the time out to live in a way in which, guess what? I'm trying to go somewhere. other than just existing, other than just Netflixing, other than just playing PlayStation and doing the same thing over and over and over again, but never getting anywhere. Because that's the definition of idleness. Idleness, you become inert. Is it making sense here? How you got motion and activity, but you ain't growing. Is it making sense here? And what did he say was happening on that field? Nothing was growing. Not the right things, but he had thorns and weeds and nettles and things like that growing, but he didn't have fruit growing. Is it making sense here? Is that you today? Is that you? It might be you. So that word dominion, you supposed to prevail against. Prevail against what? Those weeds. Is it making sense here? Those things that the Bible has already said have been planted into your world to what? Hinder you, to block you, to prevent you, to make you not know your purpose, to make you not know your identity. I don't care if the hindrance is coming from the education system. When you go in there, they want to tell you that you could be any gender you want to be. That's a hindrance. Is it making sense in here? When they go in there and they try to tell you could be asexual, asexual, homosexual. Is it making sense here? That's a hindrance. That's something that's taking you outside of God's design and purpose for your life. Is it making sense here? And it's going to birth some destruction in your world. Is it making sense here? Is it tracking on that? How are we tracking on that? So you're supposed to prevail against every argument that exalts itself against the Most High God. You're supposed to prevail against every obstacle that's now been presented to you to stop you from going, right? So you got a crazy, unstable mama. You're supposed to prevail against that. Is it making sense here? You got some traumas in your life. You supposed to what? Prevail against that. You supposed to overcome that. You supposed to subjugate that to you. Is it making sense here? Daddy, absent, Rolling Stone. You supposed to prevail against that. Is it making sense here? The culture, they living funny. You supposed to prevail against it. But what's happening in our time, instead of us fighting against these things, overcoming these things, you know what we're doing? We become those things. Is it making sense to you? So instead of you becoming better than your no good daddy, you do the same things your no good daddy did. Is it making sense here? But instead of you coming and being better than the very things you complain about, that you got eyes to see to make judgments about, to say my mama ain't this, she ain't that, she ain't never been this. But instead of you now being intentional about not becoming those things and actually taking the right steps and planning and being intentional about your choices, you do the things that you say you don't like, you become. Is it making sense to you? Why? Because nobody's taking dominion. Are we tracking on that? So now your field is producing something that you would not want it to produce. Not something that you cannot benefit from. Is it making sense here? Come on here. Am I helping you today? Am I helping you? So, what? God gave us responsibility. And one of those responsibilities is Genesis 2:15, where he says, look, and the Lord God took the man and put him into the garden and what? To do what? To dress it and to keep it. Somebody say work. Do what? What God did? What God want you to do? Work. What he don't want you doing? Sleeping. Oh, come on here. Sleep. There's a lot of sleeping going on. It's a lot of idle activity going on. It's a lot of laziness going on. And guess what? Ready or not, you're going to mess around. How they say you're going to mess around and find out. Is it making sense here? Are we tracking today? So he said that we supposed to have some responsibility. Supposed to work. We supposed to what? He placed and put Adam in the garden to do what? Dress and keep it. Dress it, to cultivate it. That what that word means, to cultivate. That means to serve, to worship, to work. That means to till. That, you know what that word till means? To disturb, break up the soil. That's what you're supposed to do in your world. You're supposed to be over there looking at your world, taking inventory, making an examination of your world, of your field, and now you're supposed to be breaking up what? Generational curses. Is it making sense here? Mama was an alcoholic. She unstable. She do drugs. She's hoeing. You ain't supposed to just see that and follow that. You're supposed to be the difference maker. Is it making sense here? How is it tracking on that? Family full of nothing but a bunch of divorcees, broken families. You ain't supposed to take those things and now and do nothing about it. You're supposed to disturb the environment. Is it making sense here? You supposed to break up that soil. Because that's what I identified. It's got to be bad ground. Because why? Bad ground produces what? bad fruit. Is it making sense here? It produces a bunch of thorns, a bunch of weeds, a bunch of thistles. Is it making sense here? Things that, guess what, are not profitable for you. You waking up into a world, guess what? You ain't asked to be there. You ain't asked for them parents. You ain't create this family, but the family jacked up, but you can take some responsibility and be the difference maker. Is it making sense here? Are we tracking on that today? Are you tracking on that? So you say you're supposed to dress it. You're not supposed to just see these things and do nothing. You're not supposed to just see these things and act like it can't be you and be casual and lackadaisical about it. No, you're supposed to get intentional about these things and do something about it. Is it making sense here? And this is why you don't see the cycle stopping. Mama on welfare, kids on welfare. Is it making sense here? Daddy in the streets, kids in the streets. Is it making sense here? Baby mama, now the kid is a young baby. Is it making sense here? Baby mama's producing baby mamas. Single parent homes is leading and kids going to jail. Kids addicted, kids suicidal. Is it making sense here? But don't nobody want to stop it. Is it making sense here? Don't nobody want to get intentional about their choices despite the evidence. Looking out into a world, seeing a bunch of broken communities, seeing jokers ODing, seeing jokers committing suicide, but don't nobody want to be the change maker. Is it making sense here? But God said you got a responsibility to the world you've been put into, the world you've been birthed into. Is it making sense here? You ain't just the one. You messed around. It's smart. Oh, come on here. Smart, intelligent, gifted, talented, and to do what? To waste it. And not take dominion and actually begin to cultivate your world. What do? You do? You do nothing. Is it making sense here? You become lazy instead of the greater worker. Oh, come on here. Maybe I talked to my community because I'm from the black community. We did better when we came out of slavery. Is it making sense that them jokers that came off the plantations, they worked harder than we? Come on here. We got the freedom. We got the education. We got the money. But guess what we got? Guess what we don't got? No families. Somebody talked to me today. Do your Googles. Statistically, kids is being birthed into more single family homes now than they were when these jokers came off the plantation. But we are advancing. We got more freedoms, quote unquote, than they had, but we still broke. Oh, come on, I wish I could help somebody. The black people spend the most money in the economy, trillions of dollars. But guess what? We still ain't moving the wealth needle. The Bible tells me that a good father not only leaves an inheritance for his children, but one for his children. But what happened? Well, we ain't got no more fathers. Everybody in jail, everybody on drugs, everybody thugging, and everybody trying to be is it making sense here? Everybody trying to be a rapper. Come on here. Is it making sense here? Jokers don't want to do the hard work. I wish I was helping somebody. So he said, your world, I'm helping you. Amen. Thank you for that. Somebody said I'm helping them. So you've been put here, placed, planted, birthed here to what responsibility? And you got responsibility to the world that you have been birthed into. You got responsibility to your legacy. Oh man, people don't talk about that no more. See, you're not getting that at school. You're not getting that on TV. You ain't getting that from your rappers. Right? They telling you just to go out there and swing your little thing around, have sex, right? No care for future. No care for legacy. No care for what you are now purpose on the inside of you, right? The value of your seed has been so degraded and so devalued that now you got men hoes, women hoes. Everybody hoeing, everybody having sex, right? But don't nobody care about the future. Don't nobody care about how today's actions is shaping tomorrow's future. Is it making sense here? Nobody's taking responsibility. While you on PlayStation, things is happening in the world. Is it making sense here? Why you elected not to learn how your world really works so that you can really navigate your world not only for yourself, but for those that come from you, that which will be birthed from you. Guess what? We being destroyed. Is it making sense here? Why? Because the jokers, they don't want to study finance. They don't want to study economics. They don't want to study agriculture. They don't want to do anything that requires real work. But you turn the PlayStation on, you turn the TV on, they'll sit there for hours. You put the cell phone in their hand, they ain't got no complaints, no issues, no concerns, right? But a joker today don't know how to feed themselves. A joker today don't know how to do something for themselves for real. They didn't even got the comprehensive ability to even learn. Let me tell you something. I'm talking about the will to learn, the willpower to force themselves and subjugate themselves to learn something that will be profitable to them. They go to school because they ain't got a choice but to go to school. Is it making sense to you? I hope I'm helping somebody. So, you got responsibility. All right, somebody ought to say it's your world, your responsibility. It's your world. You've been given the power and the authority by God to take dominion and subjugate and subdue your world to you. Is it making sense here? That now you can be the difference maker. Is it making sense here? It's your world. It's your responsibility. So he told them to cultivate it, and then he told them to keep it, right? So the work is not in vain. You're supposed to do all this work and then guard it. That's what that word keep means. I'm supposed to protect it. Protect it from who? And those family members who ain't going to understand why I'm no longer doing the things that they was. Is it making sense here? The joke that looking at you straight because you don't drink no more. You don't smoke no more. You trying to eat right. You trying to live right. You actually trying to exercise because guess what? We got a history of diabetes and big backism. But I'm trying to live so that I can have a future and take care of my legacy. Is it making sense here? Right? Coming from jokers don't work jobs, ain't got no insurances, ain't got no 401ks, been out here doing them, living it up. Is it making sense to you? I don't want to be the one to now leave my kids with problems. Come on here, but jokers gonna look at you strange when you try to live right. They say, so I gotta protect it from them jokers. From those friends who can't quite grasp the idea of why you need to study instead of going out. I got to protect it from them jokers, right? I got to protect them from those weeds, those children of Satan, that masquerading spirit that's showing up in your life that's now connected with you, that's now building soul ties with you to what? Hinder you. Is it making sense here? To block you from this thing called destiny and purpose. Is it making sense here? So you're supposed to be guarding it. You're supposed to be keeping it. And you're supposed to be protecting it. Oh, I wish I had some help here. And you're supposed to maintain it. I'm supposed to be doing everything within my power. That what God has graced and given me the strength to build and to cultivate, that now I maintain it, right? Why? Because somewhere he said that what? Go out there and multiply it. Go and multiply. Be fruitful. That means I'm not supposed to be regenerating bad fruit into the world. I'm supposed to be bringing good things into my world. Why? Because that's what your kids going to eat. I'm trying to help you here. You play around, do all the goofy stuff. Do what the culture is doing. Play around, be a baby mama. And now your kid got 3 brothers, but the brothers got different daddies. And now they got to eat that fruit. That you served them. Play around with your world if you want and become an addict, and now your money's funny and strange and you can't have a stable living. Guess who got to eat that? Those kids you done birthed. Is it making sense here? When they ain't got lights sometimes, when they ain't got the proper clothes and things they need at times, where you got to be lying and making up goofy excuses because you unstable. Is it making sense here? Because you ain't disciplined, because you ain't do the work to learn and build and budget and do things the right way. Now you got to marry Uncle Sam, you gotta be his. Is it making sense here? And Uncle Sam gonna get your welfare check. And Uncle Sam gonna say, guess what? I'm gonna only keep giving you this if you never get out of this thing called poverty. Is it making sense here? And you gonna be stuck in that world because you ain't learned to work. Are we making sense on that? Or you gonna be stuck living in mama's basement because you ain't learned to work. Is it making sense here? On your knees doing strange things for change. I'm trying to help somebody here. This is what happens when you don't take dominion. This is what happens when you don't do these fundamental biblical principles called cultivate and work and establish what? And build and maintain and protect and guard your world. Is it making sense here? Is it making sense here? Y'all getting robbed at gunpoint by PlayStation. Is it making sense here? You're getting robbed by what? TikTok. You ain't making no money on TikTok? You're just on there scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and watching and consuming and scrolling. But guess what? Ain't happening. The activity that could produce what? A harvest for you. That could change your life. You could have learned a skill that now you can leverage that skill into income. Is it making sense that now you got a little piece of freedom because now your only income ain't based on somebody giving you a job? Is it making sense? I'm trying to help somebody here. I'm trying to help them. I'm trying to help. Listen, I'm living this thing. I'm watching it. I'm seeing it. Is it helping somebody? So if you just tapping in, welcome to Covenant of Believers. What we talking about? Field of the lazy. Field of the lazy. Somebody said it's a rhetorical. Nah, I'm asking you, what we talking about today? Field of the lazy. Let the people know online what we talking about. Field of the lazy. We come from Proverbs, the 24th chapter, the 30th through the 34th verse, and we breaking this thing down. I think we doing a good job. I think I'm doing a good job. So it's your world. It's your responsibility. Does it make sense here? It's your happiness. I need to help somebody. I need some help in here, right? Whose responsibility is it? Yours. It's not the goofy guy in your DM responsibility. It ain't your mama responsibility. Who happiness is it? Yours. So whose responsibility is it? Yours. It's your success, right? So whose responsibility is it? Yours. If you're going to be successful, whose job is it? Yours. Who gonna have to work at it? You. It don't matter if we don't support you, we don't like you. You got to do the necessary work to what? Make something happen, right? It's your dream. Whose responsibility is it? It's yours. It ain't your friends. It ain't my mom, pops, and them. So don't get caught up when they don't support it. No, matter of fact, you the folk I need to protect it from. Is it making sense? You come to rob and steal. You don't want to support me. You want free stuff. Is it? Oh, I wish I had some help here, man. As a matter of fact, them jokers really forgetting that they want to support you. They gonna only really want to come around for real when you actually have done all the work to build it and make it into something. Now they want to show up to what? Rob you. That's what the scripture said. What happens? Poverty is trying to rob you, like an armed man with a gun. He bringing it to your face, trying to steal from you. But what's going on? I'm trying to wake you up, but you want to stay asleep. That's what he said. What he said? He said, I looked at your word. I looked at your film. And I took an observation, and it gave me some instructions. And I noticed that instead of you working, instead of you cultivating, instead of you tilling, instead of you breaking up the bad ground, instead of you managing the weeds and ensuring that, guess what? I know you ain't got good intentions. I got to make sure I manage you properly. Guess what you did? Went to sleep. What was you doing? Hanging out with them? A devil showed up in flesh form, and they called you bestie, and instead of you recognizing and having discernment and now removing that weed from your life, what did you do? You went to sleep. That's what he said. You went hanging out with them. You on the game with them. You watching football today with them. Y'all on vacations together. Y'all in the friend chat together. But I got to ask you a question. Look around at your friends, your family, your community, your culture, where you come from, and tell me what's your return of investment. You ain't got to take my word for it. Check your books, do inventory. What is your friendships profiting you? What is these family members you quote unquote claim that's my blood and I'll die for, I'm ride to die? What is it profiting you? What is that relationship? What are you getting out of it? You distressed? Depressed? Your version of love come with stress, depression, and anxiety. Is it making sense here? What are you getting out of these things? That's what they say. So you letting weeds, and that's what that word cultivating mean. I mean, you supposed to be managing and controlling the weeds. They not supposed to be overtaking you. Is it making sense here? Are we tracking on that? So it's your world. It's what? Come on here. Your responsibility. That's your marriage. Is it? Oh, come on, okay, I gotta help somebody today. Whose responsibility is it? Yours. You got to work it. I wish I could help somebody here. That's why you folk ain't stay in America. Don't nobody want to do no work. Everybody like the honeymoon. They like the gifts. They like to eat. Is it making sense here? They like the benefits. They like companionship. They like having somebody warm next to them. But then now when it's time to do the work, to cultivate, to build it into something, to shape and mold it, right? To do the hard work, right? To break up all the bad ground that's in your life. Is it making sense? Yeah, you done met somebody and you're vibing and connected, but guess what? They got issues. Somebody talk to me today, And that's called bad ground, right? And guess who got to break that up? You. Oh, come on here. That's why you need to be selective. You need to be intentional about who you call husband and wife and friends and family. Because guess what? Everything connected to you, you got a responsibility to it. Is it making sense here? We ain't going to go far. We ain't going to grow nothing if somebody don't take dominion and now do the work. And what did he say that word cultivating mean? It means to till. That means I'm supposed to, if we going to have a relationship, I got to break up. No. You got some bad habits. Is it making sense here? You're undisciplined. You're lazy. You're sleeping more than you should. You know, a house need to be clean sometimes. Am I helping somebody, baby? That first lady over there, I gotta get some. I gotta talk to her because she's the only one that want to talk to me. Listen, is it making sense here? Jokers want to eat but don't cook. Is it making sense here? They want to eat but don't buy no groceries. Matter of fact, they want to eat. That's the problem with welfare. Because your jokers get welfare and you ain't really got to do this thing called work. So you somehow eating good. Jokers is getting crab legs and steaks, right? While somebody else is out here really working. Is it making sense here? And you making sure they don't care what the price is on the food. And you ever been there on the first? Mess around, go on the first, you going to be upset. You going to try to make this thing make sense. I work 80 hours, and you jokers got crab legs and Wagyu beef steaks, big old ounce steaks, porterhouses, right? And don't do no work. Don't care what the price is. Watch the joker that work hard and trying to build something and cultivate something, and not just trying to have something for themselves, but actually trying to leave something for their kids. They watching the prices on things. They care about what's in the cart. Are we tracking on that? When a joker ain't work for nothing, he don't care. He don't care what the price is. My son sent me a cart the other day, $130. I'm trying to say, for who? For me. He said, Daddy, I need this. I said, I know you ain't a working man. I know you don't work. Ain't no way. He didn't listen. And then he felt some kind of way because I didn't buy it swiftly. I said, hey, brother, you know your father, I got to go and I got to do things properly. I got to go into accounting. I got to go speak to my accountant, my representative. I got to call customer service, HR, before I make a transaction. He didn't understand it. I'm trying to leave him an inheritance. Is it making sense to you? I'm trying to put some monies into a special account so that it can age and mature. So he don't know nothing about that. Or he want his inheritance now. He don't care about that. Is it making sense to you? I'm trying to help you if you let me help you. But guess what? These your children, what you got to do? Work. Your kids, come on, I need some help here. Who responsibility? Your responsibility. What the Bible say? Raise up a child in the way that they should go. Why? Because that's God's perfect design to get this kid right. Is it making sense? He don't know. He just a kid. He new to the world. I've been here. I'm supposed to take my experiences and now help him learn the right way. That's what the Bible say. Raise him up in the way that he should go, that he won't depart from it. But you know what's happening today? Don't nobody want to raise their kids. Is it making sense? Don't nobody want to toil with them. Don't nobody want to till that ground. Don't nobody want to break up the issues. Is it making sense here? But jokers don't mind bringing them into the world. And then when they in jail and they on the news, they done got shot up. You got a mama on there crying about how good the baby is. A good baby who? That baby ain't good because you ain't raised him. Is it making sense to you? You let outside raise him. You let TikTok raise him. You let the iPad raise him. And now you got an iPad, funny, goofy, weird, unstable, emotionally immature kid out here. Is it making sense to you? And those same kids, if you follow some of their stories, they turn around and kill the parent because the parent took the iPad from them. Am I the only one? Okay, let's take it further. I think I'm getting on your nerves. I'm getting on your nerves. Am I getting on your nerves? Am I getting on your nerves? Okay, let's take it a step further. If you just tapping in, welcome to Covenant of Believers. What we talking about? Field of the lazy. Coming from Proverbs 24th chapter, the 30th to the 34th verse. Right? What does it say? He says, I went by the field of the lazy man, and by the vineyard of the man lacking understanding and common sense. And behold, it was all overgrown with thorns and nettles were covering its surface, and its stone wall was broken down. 32nd verse, he said, when I saw, I considered it. I looked and received instruction. Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands of rest and daydreaming. He said, then poverty came up on him as a robber, right? And want. What did he say? Want, deficiency, lack, lacking the necessities of life came up on him like an armed man. So what are you trying to say here? Because of your laziness, poverty robs you. Is it making sense here? Huh? It robs you. Because, see, everybody wants to eat, but nobody wants to work. Is it making sense here? Everybody like to have sex. But guess what happened? You know, they don't want the baby. That's why the abortion clinic is full. Oh, is it making sense here? Huh? They don't want the responsibility of Plan B pill. That's why they run for the condoms instead of, no, let me just keep my thing in my pants until I'm ready for real responsibility. Is it making sense here? Huh? Jokers that have the kids, right? And the only value the kid has because they didn't do the work to prepare themselves for responsibility. They didn't plan for the kid. They didn't go there and cultivate themselves and establish themselves and build a foundation to now prepare for bringing kids into the world. Why? Because they get the welfare. They get the child support. They get these Section 8s. They get this food stamp card. So they ain't got to do what? The work. Oh, I wish I was helping somebody. This is too much for you. This is too much for you. But you live in a world, that's what it's pushing you towards. Because you going to school, and school ain't teaching you how to navigate this world for real. Is it making sense here? They preparing you for two paths. One is jail. Is it making sense here? Huh? And compliance. Right? For you to become the greater consumer, but never really know how the world really works so that you can what? Dominate the world. Huh? AKA slaves. Is it making sense here? This illusion of freedom where you were in fact just a nicely well rebranded fashion slave. They call it indentured servitude, where you are signing over a contract. I'm going to work so I can consume, not so I can build wealth and inheritance and legacy. No, you only at the point now, you working to be able to consume. You only getting enough to keep consuming and keep the system going. Is it making sense to you? Am I the only one living in this world? The cost of living is going up and the paychecks ain't go. Is it making sense here? Huh? Is it making sense here? And they getting ready to make it real clear. It's the haves and the haves nots. Is it making sense here? Because these jobs you don't want to work, don't worry about it. They got robots. You goofies don't want to get educated. You don't want to get the tools and resources so that you can dominate your world. Don't worry about it. You don't want to comply. You don't want to do these quarter. Don't worry about it. We got AI. We got robots, right? We got the robots. Ain't never going to happen to you. You going to get pipelined to jail. Is it making sense here? Because what happened to a man, he hungry and he ain't got a way to feed himself? He go rob. Is it making sense here? Look at the cost of an apartment, of housing. You can't afford it. Is it just me? Don't worry, you gonna find out. Huh? She's a realtor. She tell you. You go ahead and tell them. Yo, you ain't got to take my word. She see the numbers. Jokers is spending $1,800 a month for a one bedroom. That used to be a mortgage for a real nice house. I'm talking 3-4 bedroom, 2-car garage type house with a pool in the back. Now you want 3,000 square feet, $700,000. You ain't gonna have money to build wealth and legacy and future. You're going to have money to be what? A consumer. And they building you for it. That's why you jokers stay on DoorDash. Is it making, I can't even drink my water. Is it making sense? Huh? Let me take it further. So, but that is truth, right? Jokers like to eat, but guess what they struggle to do? Any takers on that? You like to eat, but what's the hard part? Exercise. AKA work. Huh? Look at jokers. Backs big. Doctor done told them. Huh? Diabetes, high blood pressure. What's the hard part? What they struggle with? The eating part is fun. They got a problem with that. They eating the chips and the popcorn, the ice creams and the tasty cakes, huh? They door dashing out the wazoo, Instacart, and what they got an issue with when it's time to go to the gym. When it's time to get up and do something other than scroll on social media. I want you to think about this thing. Why is it that you got to fight with yourself to do work, but it's easy to lay there and do nothing? What did he say? God, what you doing? He look at the field, he look at your world, and he said, a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands, a little daydreaming, and guess what happened? Poverty. Snuck up on you, robbed you, left you with a bunch of needs. And it said your needs was like an armed man with a gun to your face. That's what it said. Because now, guess what? I'm hungry and I ain't got a way to eat. I need somewhere to live. Because mama done got tired of me staying at her house. Is it making sense here? Now you like an armed man with a gun to your head. The pressure. That's what he trying to say. On your back, but what? You ain't do all the work that you could have done, that this would not be your story. Is it making sense here? Are we tracking the day? So because of this laziness, poverty robs you, right? Because what's laziness? The quality of being what? Unwilling to work. Not lacking the ability, not lacking the strength. You got the strength. You got the capability, and some of you jokers is actually really smart. What's your real issue? I don't want to work. I don't got the willpower to work. Is it making sense here? That's the issue. That's the definition of laziness. What does laziness produce? Idleness. The lack of purposeful activity. A lot of you jokers, you got activity, but those activities are not rendering you what we call ROI. Right? When you start investing, they use a term called ROI. They evaluate things to determine what's my return of investment. Meaning I don't want to have activity that's not what? Prosperous. Is it making sense here? We call that a liability. If you got things on your books that's not producing something for you, they call a liability, aka idleness. What's its value? I need you to look at these things, right? And when you don't handle these things, it produces inertia, right? This is the tendency of doing nothing or remaining unchanged. This nothing is what? The absence of purposeful work, right? So you doing something with your time. It might be TikTok, it might be Snapchat, it might be chatting with the group, the friend group. It might be what? Going out. It might be what you call school, but you ain't really turning school into nothing. You ever met somebody that went to school and got a degree they can't use? Waste of time. Got student loan debt and ain't getting nothing for it. Is it making sense to you? Got a piece of paper they can't turn into anything. Or God forbid they done came out of school and guess what? The best job they gonna get won't even put a dent into what they call the student loan debt. Is it making sense to you? And that's some of you jokers. No matter what the world is telling you and it's showing you, it's not hiding it, right? You ain't even taking account to what? Let me make sure whatever the activity that I'm doing is actually going to be purposeful for me. Is it making sense here? This is laziness at its climax, right? Laziness at its climax. So, poverty. Poverty is not merely low income. I need you to understand that. It's not merely low income. I know you hear the word poverty and you think low income, but it ain't just low income. Low income is an aspect of poverty, but it's also a condition. It's a state of mind. Are we tracking on that? It's a condition. It's a state of mind. It's a condition. It's a state of mind, right? People, it's the condition in which daily survival is in doubt. You live differently. You do strange things for change when you in survival mode. Your attitude's different. Your outlook is different, right? The way you think about monies is different. Is it making sense right here? The way you care for things around you is different. And it's the antithesis of what? Wisdom, diligence, discipline, and divine sufficiency. Wherever you see poverty, you're going to see an absence or a lack of what? Wisdom. Oh, I'm trying to help you. I don't want to talk about this. Because this ain't God's issue. This you can go to church, shout around, and ask for a miracle or blessings all you want. God trying to tell you your issue is you don't work. Is it making sense here? Right? And when you see low income, when you see degradation, when you see decline, when you see the lack thereof of necessities and scarcities, you know what you're going to see? Lack of discipline. Why you don't got a job? Because you don't never on time. Is it making sense here? You on PlayStation playing to the point that you waking up late. You don't know how to prioritize. Is it making sense here? You don't know how to bring structure to your life. You sleeping and not doing the things you ought to be doing. Is it making sense here? You ain't got the character, the strength, the fortitude to do what needs to be done. And that's the issue. So you ain't growing that area where, guess what, just because I want to do something don't mean I get to do it. I got to learn how to fight with my own self, discipline myself into doing what I got to do. That's what it says there. What it also said, when you see these things, right? When you see low income, you're going to see the absence of divine sufficiency. Why? Because contrary to popular belief, contrary to what they do in that church with prosperity and naming and claiming and jumping and shouting and touch your neighbor and God going to do it, God going to do it. The Bible's very clear. If you don't obey God, if you don't love the Lord your God, if you don't worship him, if you don't follow and keep his commandments, guess what he's going to do? Not bless you. And I mean not rain on you. That's what the absence of divine sufficiency is, where God is not raining on you. And the Bible is very clear. Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, puts it like this. The 12th verse, he says, the Lord will open up the heavens in his abundant storehouse to send rain on your land in season and to bless all the work. Oh, come on, somebody, come on here. I need some help in here. What he saying? The Lord going to do what? Open up the heavens in his abundant storehouse and send rain on your land in season. Meaning it ain't going to be out of season. It's going to be on time, every time, right? And he going to bless all the work of your hands. Not the praise break. Oh, come on here. Not how much you put in the offering plate. Not how many church services you go to. Not if you spin around in circles. Not if you jump and skip and speak in tongues. But what he going to do? Bless the work of your hands. Hear what he say. He says, and he will bless you so much so that you will lend to many nations but borrow from none. I wish I had some help in here. He will make you the lender but never the borrower. I would have overflow. 13th verse, he said this, and the Lord will make you the head and not the tail, and you will only move upward and never down. I'm trying to help you today. Look at the word talking to you today. If you learn to work, if you learn to worship, if you learn to obey the Lord your God and place him above every other thing in your life and keep his commandment, what did he say? What did he say? He said, right, he says, if you hear and carefully follow the commandments of the Lord your God, which I am giving you today. What will the Lord do to you? He said he will open up the heavens, his abundant storehouse, and send his divine sufficiency, his rain. Oh, come on here. That's what you need, because your reign can't be dictated by the economy. I wish I had some help in here. Your reign can't be controlled by who gonna hire you, who gonna fire you. The reign can't be controlled by who liked it, who don't like it. They can hate on you, but they gonna watch God reign on you. I wish I had some help in here today. This is why it behooves you to what? Love the Lord your God. Worship him in spirit and in truth. Obey him and follow his commandments. Why? And he's gonna send a rain that cannot be dictated by the world around you. Even when you don't sow right, he said you're going to reap a harvest because you loved me, you followed me, you did what I told you to do. Come on here. This what you need right here, because this going to keep you from taking that mark of the beast. It ain't going to be your education, because all of this stuff only has a value based on the system that's in operation. I'm trying to help you here. And as the systems have changed over each age and disposition of time, guess what has changed? The requirement. Ask somebody today. Once upon a time, guess what? You didn't need 7 years of school to be a lawyer. I'm trying to help you. Once upon a time, you ain't need 16 years of school to be a surgeon. Once upon a time, you ain't need all this school to be an electrician or welder, but somebody changed the system. Come on here. If you only meet the qualifications of a said system, when that system changed, guess what? You out of a job. You are no longer useful. Is it making sense here? But God's saying if you would just what? Love and obey me, I'll give you this divine sufficiency that, guess what? No matter what state and condition the world finds itself in, you shall be provided for. You shall have overflow. You shall receive the rain that comes directly from his personal storehouse. Oh, I wish I had some believers in here that really felt and understood that. If you would work. Oh, come on here. He said, I'll bless the work of your hands. He ain't say, I'll bless you. He ain't say, I'll bless your laziness. He ain't say, I'll bless you because you on TikTok and scrolling and Netflixing and chilling. He ain't say, I'll bless you because you're boo loving. He said, I'll bless you because you're out there working, taking dominion over your world. What? You are what? Planting the seeds of my word in your land. Does it make sense? You're living and pursuing my righteousness, pursuing the ways of my kingdom. Is that not what he told him? He said, listen, don't worry about how you're going to eat, how you're going to sleep, what you're going to wear, but all you got to do is what? Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and his righteousness. And guess what he's going to do? All of these things you was concerned about, you was worried about, I'm going to add them unto you. Is it making sense here? But this is what we missing. And this is why right now you seeing the changing and the disruption of a system to rebirth a new system. And you jokers is going to be lost and wandering and doing strange things for change, right? That's why you on OnlyFans now. You think it's funny now. That's why these jokers don't care what they do a video on. If they could just do a video, they don't care if they eat themselves to death so that they can find a way to make money in this new system. Y'all ain't saying that to me? They don't give a crap. They don't care about their body. They don't care about their health. As long as they can find a way. What? Strange things for change. But what happened when the system changed, right? God seen TikTok drop the new terms and conditions. You ain't saying nothing to me. So yesterday's monies ain't today's monies. What you going to do? Without God, you're going to constantly be getting tossed to and fro. Being nothing but an indentured servant. You ain't saying nothing to me. Righteous work. Let me wrap it up. What we talking about? Welcome to Covenant of Believers. If you just tapping in, what we talking about? Field of the lazy. Come from Proverbs, the 24th chapter, the 30th through the 34th verse, right? And what did he say? He said this, I went by the field of the lazy man, and the vineyard of the man who lacked what? Understanding and common sense. And I let you know, common sense ain't that common. It ain't that common. He said the 31st verse, and behold, it was all overgrown with thorns and nettles were covered all over its surface. And its stone wall, the very thing that was built to what? Guard it and protect it and keep it, it was broken down. 32nd verse, when I saw, I considered, I looked and received instruction, right? He made observation. And that world told him something. He says, yet a little sleep, a little slumber, folding other hands to rest and daydream. And then poverty came or will come as a robber in your want, your deficiency, your need, your lack, your lacking of necessities of life, like an armed man with a gun. That's what he said. So this poverty, see, the issue is this, is that word work means to labor, it means to toil, it means to serve, it means to worship, it means ministry, it means act, deed, and it's a behavior, it's a mindset, right? The Help Word Studies helps us to get a great understanding. It says a work or a worker who now accomplishes something, it's a deed, an action that carries out or completes an inner desire. What is it trying to say? Work is a product of the state and condition of your innermost being, your soul. Is it making sense here? Are we tracking on that, right? Thus, your world, your field is a reflection of what? Your soul. What's the condition of your mind? What's the condition of your heart? What's the condition of these things called emotions? Of these things called knowledge and understanding? What type of knowledge and understanding do you have? Do you have the knowledge and understanding that leads to a return of your investment? Or do you just got a bunch of information for no reason and it profits you nothing? Is it making sense here, right? I'll give you an example, and I love my son. My son can tell me everything about Marvel. He can tell me everything about DC. He can tell me everything about Fortnite and Minecraft and 2K, but ask me this question: how is that information profiting him? Is it making sense here? You know all the cuss words. How's that profiting you? You know all the little social media slangs and all of this goofy stuff. You know about Chris Shaw. You know about Blueface. You know about Young Thug. You know about Nicki Minaj. How's that information going to profit you? Is it making sense here? How is it going to help you? So what you have even the chance, the possibility of producing into your life is a direct reflection of the information that you got in your innermost being. What your body acts on is based on how you think. What's the state of your wellness for real? How well are you? Because they ought to start saying you got to have mental illness if you sit on TikTok 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4. Meanwhile, guess what? Your kids ain't fed. I'm trying to help you here. Your house dirty. I'm trying to help you here. You ain't got real education. You lack skills. You lack ability. But you watching goofiness. You watching reality TV shows, and you know everything about everything that's worthless. Is it making sense to you? Am I helping somebody in here? Am I helping somebody? Trying to help somebody. I'm trying to help somebody. Because work is only the output of what's inside of you. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you. My son was outside shoving the store. He came to me and said, Daddy, my hands is cold. I said, son, yeah, they cold. He said, but what I'm supposed to do about it? Keep working. Oh, come on here. That sound harsh, right? He looked at me straight. That boy wanted to slap me. I know he did. He wanted to slap me. He couldn't slap me. So he tried to articulate. He like, whatever. That don't make no sense, Daddy. I said, listen, you don't understand. See, at some point in my life, not saying it was right or wrong, but somebody told me go outside and get the job done, right? And I had to stay out there. And when the cold hit my little hands, and I thought it was frostbite. They said, you ain't get frostbite yet. Keep working. Y'all ain't said nothing to me. And I had to work, and I had to overcome my feelings. Y'all ain't said nothing to me. And those of you who have not grown to a place of discipline to overcome how you feel, that's why you stay in the bed. That's why you stay only doing what feels good and not what needs to be done. Is it making sense here? You don't really know how strong you are because you haven't pushed yourself beyond the I feel like boundary. Is it making sense here? I'm trying to help somebody. You won't really know what you're capable of until you push yourself beyond what I want to do and now do the hard thing. Now today it's hard to make jokers read. Y'all ain't saying that to me. When you come from a people who they wouldn't let read, who died to be able to read. Y'all ain't saying that to me. That's how backwards we going. Instead of us going forward, we going backwards. But you got PlayStations and PCs and TikToks and Instagram, and you got your ideas of monies and freedoms, but we are lost and wandering. And how do I know it? Look at the world for real. Look at it beyond social media. Look at it beyond the illusion. And you're going to see a horror picture. Not the American dream, the American nightmare. That's what you got. No families. Multiple baby mamas and baby daddies. You dress it up and call it blended. No, this is goofy. Is it making sense here? Is it making sense here? Poverty out. The poverty numbers is off the roof. Filling up the jails faster than they can build them. They telling me that kids are graduating high school and they cannot read. How did you get all the way to the 12th grade and you graduated and you can't read and your comprehension level is below a third grader? But you got a cell phone. Y'all ain't say nothing to me. Y'all ain't say nothing to me. Listen. What you producing in your world. That's what he said. That's what he said. He said, I walked past the field of a lazy man. A man who lacked understanding and common sense. And as a result, what was he producing in his world? Nothing of real value. He produced a bunch of weeds and thorns and nettles that he can't make no money off of. He can't build a legacy for his family off of. He can't build no inheritance. He can't build a foundation for himself. He can't do nothing with that. And what happened? His lack thereof, this laziness. That thing called poverty showed up and robbed him. Or is it making sense today? Did I bless somebody today? Did the word bless somebody? So Luke, the 6th chapter, puts it like this, the 44th through the 45th verse. He says, for each tree is known and identified by its own fruit. He goes on to say that the good man produces what is good and honorable and moral out of the good treasure stored in his heart. And the evil man produces what is wicked and depraved out of the evil in his heart, for his mouth speaks from the overflow of his heart. And all he's saying is that what's in you is what's going to come out of you. That your words will be substantiated by your actions, your deeds, and what we call work. So if you think you're going to be quote unquote successful, you ain't got to prove it to me. Your work will substantiate it. Your choices, your decisions is going to tell us what you going to be. Y'all ain't saying that to me. I ain't got to feed into these little words. You're going to produce fruits. You're going to do works that's going to produce real fruits that people will be able to look at and see. And that's going to establish what's real and what's not, and what's true and what's not. And this is what we got to grow in. Because this is why you jokers is getting deceived and hoodwinked by every Jim, Bobby, Kelly, Kimmy, Judy that's walking around. No, see his real fruit. He a good man. Well, it's going to show. You're going to see it in his work ethic. You're going to see it in how he communicates. You're going to see it in his integrity. His actions and deeds is going to establish his character and who he is. It ain't going to be by words alone, but give it time. That's why the Bible said, let patience do its perfect work. You will see what's real and what's not. She this, she's that. You don't know what she is until you allow patience to reveal her fruit. Is it making sense to you? Little Tommy said he's going to be an astronaut. Good luck. If he ain't studying, if he ain't making the sacrifices, if he ain't choosing to study and do internships and not be out hanging with the friends, guess what's going to happen? He ain't going to be no astronaut. Everybody think they're going to be LeBron. Why is there only one LeBron? Because everybody ain't make the sacrifice. Everybody ain't do the work to cultivate their world, to till their soil, to break up and make the hard decisions. Do I go out tonight or do I practice? Do I hang out with the friends or do I work on the game? Do I go to the party or do I study film? See, these are all the hard things that people, guess what? Everybody ain't doing. That's why you ain't got a bunch of LeBrons. Is it making sense here? This is the real, people. And I'm going to wrap this thing up. I pray that word has blessed you. I pray that we have said something that makes you go back and think. And if you came in late, listen, these messages is on social media. You can go to our YouTube channel at Covenant of Believers, and it's going to be right there. You can go back and watch and study and break down the scriptures and break down the terminology so you can get what? A greater understanding. Is it making sense here? It makes no sense for you to receive it from me, and when you get it from me, just as fast as you got it from me, just as fast as you forgot. Is it making sense here? You won't remember this next week because you ain't do nothing with this word. Is it making sense here? But it's on YouTube, so you can study. You can perfect. You can come into knowing, and you can know righteousness for yourself. Is it making sense here? Are we good? Was that a good word today? How y'all feeling? Y'all feeling good? Listen, y'all getting out of here 9 minutes earlier than normal. Listen, 9 minutes earlier than normal. And it's a whole lot more we can touch on, but we're going to say that for next time. I pray that you guys have been blessed. All jokes aside, I pray that you have been blessed. I pray that word has blessed you, and I'm praying for you. I'm praying that the Lord gives you eyes that see and ears that hear, that you hear these scriptures and you now place them as a mirror in front of you and use them to take accountability. The scriptures say, listen, examine yourself to see that you are still in the faith. Examine yourself to see where you are for real. Take real accountability. You cannot grow and produce good fruit if you ain't going to take observation and examine your world for yourself. You know what you produce in your world. You know if you're going 110%. You know if you are really doing real work, if you got real purposeful work, not the goofy motion, not that I got a lot of activity, but my activity ain't producing a high ROI. You got a lot of liabilities. Is it making sense here? Right? So I'm going to stop talking. God bless you all. I'm praying for you. We love you. Tap in with us, like, share, comment, do all those wonderful things. Until next time, welcome to Covenant Believers. We love you.